Hello and welcome to the Dragon's Tome. My name's Jack. These are my compatriots. This is Rob and Chopper. Um, yeah, we're back doing what we do on the Dragon's Tome, which is we've started at Dragon Magazine #1, and we're going until the wheels fall off this crazy train. So yeah, thank you for joining us.
Yes, that's according to this thing. We've been doing this for 17 years now.
Yeah, it's the 17th anniversary.
17 in the Dragon's age, but for us, it's only been what
4 days,
4.5 years.
I can't remember. We're at 194, and it's 194 weeks, whatever that
divide
is.
that by 12. That's a monthly
No.
magazine, so
Divide by 42. It's a weekly show. We know it's
I did
17
not
years in
know-
real life. We
Oh,
just
yeah.
want to know what it is in our lives, which is 40. What is it? 42 weeks in a year? Yeah. No,
I'm
52.
sorry for introducing math into the
52.
equation. How about we just do what we do best, is just natter about things and look at this cover.
Yep. Classic Dragon by Ed Gooch. Or Eric Gooch, sorry. Eric Gooch.
the gooch.
The
The
gooch.
Gooch. Very Tolkien, very Schmaug.
Even with the beat up scan that we have with the cover all
I will say that this dragon, doesn't look like he's being roaring angry. He actually looks like he's spouting flame out in anguish.
Or
He's got
ecstasy.
he's got like a sad
I don't know. I
posture.
think it's ecstasy. I think he's just got some.
You think he's listened to Typo Negative or
He
I-
just
Lord's Acid?
he just burned down a whole village, so he's probably just like, yeah, baby.
He reminds me of a dragon logo, like he was like there's a miniature maker called Fat Dragon or something like that. It looks like his logo, like just kind of run amok.
Yeah, he is a bit of a fat dragon. This guy.
Yeah,
Did you say it was June
Good.
'93? I forget.
I did not. I'm not a big year and month guy. We already got into trouble with when I said how many weeks we may have been doing this. I don't want to rock that boat anymore. Yes,
Rock the boat.
Rock the boat, baby.
Don't take the boat over.
Pat, what do you got on your lip?
Huh?
What were you drinking?
Right there? That's leftover smack.
Smack. Okay.
I got that white epidemic, the heroines.
Well, I can't say. Me and Sherlock Holmes, we were in an opium den not too long ago, and it was lovely. I recommend it. So, who wants to go first? Doing what we usually do, which is 2 articles and 1 ad. Who wants to jump in? Thank you for volunteering. That is lovely. The participation is
Not it.
no, yes.
I'm just confused because I'm always first. That's why I'm just confused.
I can go first. In fact, let's break the mold. I'm going first.
If you choose the editorial, I'll be very angry.
Now everyone's got opinions. No,
Challenge accepted.
let's go to a PDF page 47, please.
Ugh,
Look,
that's mine.
it can't possibly be.
It's not mine.
Breaking them in, incorporating novice players into your campaign. It's short, sweet. Neil McGarry must have had a little bit of experience because he hit the high notes of what you should do, and quick.
It is
in and out.
short. Yeah, it's like barely a page.
And
Yeah.
it's condensed down to 3 main things, and I think it's the one I think we'll have a discussion with, which is why I brought it up. But the first one, set aside for the new player, some time for the new player, and yes, obviously you're gonna want to meet with them. They're interested. You're not, it's not against their will. They're not chained up in
Well.
your basement.
Obviously, there's a casting couch.
There is a casting couch.
Come on. Every every game has a casting couch, right?
I'm glad I'm learning this now after just being proposed a game, joining a game just moments before we started this podcast. So yes, you would do they call it a session 0 now, but something, even if it was just like, hey, this is how the game works, this is what we're expecting, what are you looking forward to?
Yeah.
What's the thing?
So these are things you just go over when you're making your characters.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, really. This is when you're like, okay, what kind of thing do you like to play? This is the options. You have to make the character before you can play anyway. So
easy breezy, no one's waiting on you, and I think that's obviously the way to start.
Yeah, you get time to read the book a little bit, and then you have other people to answer questions. I mean, it's common sense.
Well, the second one is you got to emphasize preparedness for this new player, and that has to do with, here's the book, read it through. You don't need to be a rules expert, but certainly, if you're a fighter and you've got these skills, you're hopefully not a wizard or cleric, but like these are the basics. Here's the book. Here's
just read this much of the book.
Luckily
for your class, that's all
any
you need
class
to know
at the beginning, you don't get much anyways. You're playing a first level character.
True.
You got to think of 2 spells, and like it's not that hard.
No. If they're starting out at level 1, much easier.
They better for a new player. I think you have to.
And then once you've got them comfortable, you bring them aboard. And the third was the one I thought we might have a little discussion with, which was this assign the novice player I forget what they called it,
guide.
Guide.
Yes.
I think it happens naturally. I don't think you'd have to assign it.
I think as it works out, it's the party as the mentor, the whole party.
Or maybe somebody else step up.
Because even if you assign one player,
everybody else has their
D&D group. Everyone's going to have their 2 cents.
Yeah.
And I think without someone assigned, you can get little tidbits. You can catch on. It's much more. And I would think that someone learns better by watching others do what they're supposed to be doing, rather than have someone also like.
Or someone's doing something, they can ask, "Hey, why is he doing that?" Like,
yes,
right. We're all friends here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and it's a pretty hands-on. It's work on the DM's part, additional work on the DM's part, and some time and effort. But we want everyone to have fun, and we want everyone to enjoy the game, and we want more players. So that's what you just have to do.
And I don't think it's that much more time. I've introduced a lot of new players recently.
No, I mean, chances are, unless you are brand new to role-playing games,
even brand new. Vanessa and Max, we're brand new, and they just caught on within seconds. It's not rocket science.
No, but it's always easier to bring someone into a new system that's played a role-playing game before.
Yeah, of course, but
yeah,
I'm saying brand new, never played anything before, and they still caught on quick. It's just not that hard.
I mean, it's not that hard.
You might not know all the modifiers and stuff like that. I don't know all the modifiers.
I mean, they're going to have more problems trying to role-play what they need to do.
Yeah.
Than as opposed to knowing how to play the character.
Mostly it's learning. I think a lot of it's learning etiquette. Like, you got to remember, okay, everybody got to take a turn. You can't just butt in all the time. Everybody's, you go in order. And it's that kind of thing. You just and don't be afraid to speak up. Like, that's a lot of the times people are timid at the beginning.
Feel comfortable. Yeah.
I mean,
I also think you should always do it in a very small group. Don't introduce someone into a group of 10 people. That's going to just be chaos. You're never going to get
lost.
You're going to get buried.
Yeah, they would get buried.
Do a small, little 2 or 3 people game just to get them introduced. And
I mean, these 3 were just solid points, but unless you're kind of a jerk, I when I read it, I said to myself, did this really need to be an article, though?
Yeah, it's kind of common sense stuff, but it's I guess it does, because the way that some of the things he says.
If you're a jerk, then this is your guideline to not be a jerk.
Or if you have a jerk people in your group too.
Yeah.
because that sounds like that person has a lot of jerk people in their group. That's just the way they describe some things, and I'm like, ooh, there sounds like to be some troublemakers.
Yeah.
I can understand if you're introducing someone new into a campaign that's established and there's a flow going. I can understand how people would be like, oh,
that's different too. Yeah,
drop them in.
Yes.
So they would be like, hey,
much harder. Yeah,
you should be up to speed at least.
Yeah, campaigns. That's jumping into the middle of a campaign. That's so much harder. Like,
but that's a different article. This is
I think so
new
too.
players, so that's a whole different article. Bringing a new person to a existing campaign.
Yeah.
So,
well, this is kind of trying to say that, but you're right. I think it'd be even harder than that. But
well, that was my first article, and Rob, let's do the editorial since you already called your shot. You've already pointed the bat up towards the stand.
Way to go, babe.
Page 8, editorial. Free, proud, and 17. Sorry. So Roger was in his car, and he just, I guess at the time the newest feature was that scan feature where you would scan through the radio stations and it would try to find stuff. So he was scanning through the radio stations
with 1,000 country stations and maybe a couple Mexican stations. And
well, he landed on the evangelical station, and
forgot about those.
And he happened to be, when he landed on it, they were ranting about Beauty and the Beast. I guess the Beauty and the Beast movie just came out, and because they were saying that they should ignore this movie, which Roger was raving about this movie. He must have watched it with his kids because he loves Beauty and the Beast, it seems. But he said he's like, yeah, ignore this great movie just because at the very beginning there's some black magic because the Beast gets turned
old though. Beauty and the Beast is old, right? The Disney cartoon.
I don't know. They must did it re-released or something maybe.
But there was also a Beauty and the Beast esque TV show with. Terminator.
Oh no, that wasn't like the 80s.
Was that the 80s? I thought it was the 90s.
Oh, yeah. No, that was Ron
Perlman.
That's definitely 80s, yeah.
Yep.
Was that Ron Perlman?
Yeah.
I never watched that show, so I just remember Linda Hamilton being in it.
Yeah, so that's all it was. It was like post-Terminator, but before anything else. Yeah, so they were upset because at the beginning the Beast gets turned into a beast by lycanthropy. And Roger's like, These people really believe in black magic and lycanthropy a little too much, like so much that they don't want their kids exposed to it in this movie. And so he goes on to talk about how people are afraid of fantasy, and they've always been afraid of fantasy for some reason. And he equates it back to D&D, obviously back in the day. But he also is saying that fantasy novels were always attacked in the U.S. And even Wizards of Oz was supposed to be about witchcraft and Satanism. Like, people just freak out about this stuff. He said back in the 80s there was a Pick-a-Path TSR book, like with a Choose Your Own Adventure, that was accusing leading kids to Satanism and joining cults. Like, these are like kids' books. But he started getting serious because he was concerned about book banning. And I think if he was around, is he alive today? I forget. But he'd be very upset because it's way worse today than I think it was back then. But he started talking about Diary of Anne Frank, which is obviously a hot topic today. And he says that anybody who would ban Diary of Anne Frank is morally and spiritually a bottomless abyss of depravity. And he says someone wanting that book banned would put your eyes out, lead you by a trusting hand to walk into the inferno. And he said the moment you ban Diary of Anne Frank, you'll be hearing Gestapo jackboots marching the streets. And I'm like, that sounds pretty familiar. He's a little Nostradamus over there.
Timely as today's headlines for our young American friends.
And then he calms down a bit and he talks about books being banned or something, or movies, that you should go watch the movie and read the book.
Every year someone's trying to ban a book of some sort.
But you should judge for yourself. Always judge for yourself. Watch this stuff. And
since the 80s.
Yeah, people ban shit. They're stupid. Yeah, he says people who ban stuff are idiots. And like he obviously free speech is a thing. You can talk about this stuff all you want, but to try to stop people from hearing it, you got to hear both sides, right? And in the end, he's just like, think for yourself, and that is the end. That you should just,
except for vegans, you got to ban the shit out of those guys.
Use your brain. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast. It started it all, but This is the most fired up I think I've ever heard Roger. He was pissed in the middle. Like it was,
and rightfully so. It is a
yeah.
Well, being a beast, that's so stupid.
Yeah, of all things, just because he gets turned into a beast.
It's not like he got turned into a pillar of salt. Now that would be really evil to do that.
Yeah.
So that's the editorial.
All because you wanted to say goodbye to your friends.
Never look back.
The name of my memoirs.
No surrender. No.
Don't look back,
look back.
in anger.
Yes. Okay, Patrick, what is your first article?
Let's go to page 13.
13. Lucky 13.
Dragon Dog Fights. This was a Gen Con event back the year before, so that would be August 92. Since we're 93.
Mm-hmm.
This was a little story about a gal who got stuck running an event at Gen Con. Rob knows what that's about.
Make shit up as you go.
Yeah, and it just tells a story like Dragonlance board game was not out yet. That being said, the Dragonlance game was nothing like these rules. And then she just talks about how you can make an existing dragon aerial combat game with your existing dragon miniatures. And it goes through. It's a very simple game, and I just like the idea of it kind of hit home because this is what I had to do every year for Mantic in the events.
Make up your own stuff. Yeah.
Make up games that are going to captivate people and last only an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the time limit.
They did
That's
a
the thing.
very good job with this.
We did it one year too.
And how to play. Yeah,
we made Mech Zone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys had to do it for Adepticon.
Oh.
But again, for someone who never played miniature games, they said they had to bring in Jim Ward and her husband to help with the rules and get everything going. So it turned out pretty good.
For off the cuff game. This is
for off the cuff game. But it does exactly what it's supposed to do for an hour event at a game convention.
Yep, just fly some dragons at each other and they kill each other.
Yep, exactly. They did do something weird, but they weren't miniature. They did instead of using rulers, they tied string to the dragon's necks, and that would be your movement length. And they cut the length just as far as you move. So you'd hold a string out, and that's where you would move your.
We did something.
It's kind of cool in a sense, but
I can't remember. I guess we just used
a tape measure.
We used, I think, just the hexes or the grids.
Yeah.
It's always easier to use a measuring tool though.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to think where's the number on this? It's exactly that. That's it.
Exactly.
That's why our motto works so well. It was just so much simpler just to be like, here it is. Here's how far you can go.
Yeah, and they do give you a basic set and an advanced set. The basic set of rules is what they use at the actual Gen Con, and then they had an advanced set of rules for people who are more into wargaming.
Later, they had expanded on it.
Yeah, well, I think this is if you read the article, Jim Ward gave her an outline of a game, and they're like, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, because it was all complicated, like breath weapons and hit charts.
They're like, okay, just cut this, and that's all the advanced stuff?
Yeah. And there was each dragon had different sets of movements and everything like that.
It's a little too complicated, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you get lured in by all the dragon miniatures, and you get convinced to sit down. And if you're bombarded with all this stuff, you just get right back up and go, I got other stuff to do.
Yeah, and then the one thing I wanted to point out too is that the game that they created, and this is the goal of everyone who's demoing a game, is you want to make sure that the players are able to grasp that game in a turn or two so they can play it themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So you don't have to be shouting over the
exactly.
You don't want to. After a while, you don't want to talk. Yeah,
and you can just stand around and referee. You don't have to actually, hold a seminar. So they did a very good job with this, I thought. And as I was reading it, it hit a little too close to home.
Yeah, the least you have to talk, the better. That's the key.
But that's it.
Okay. Okay, so then it's back to me for my second article, and I think we're going to go to page 92, please.
No,
92.
that's not mine.
92.
I was
It
hoping
is
someone would choose this.
The Game Lizards 2, which, spoiler alert, there's a Game Lizards 1 up here.
Up in here.
I'm not doing it. Maybe Rob's doing it. Maybe Pat's doing it.
I don't even remember what Game Wizards 1 was about.
Yeah, I don't even know what Game of Thrones one was either.
Okay, well, this one is by
yeah.
Nesmith, R.I.P. And he was the creator of a game that is being foisted upon the humanity through Dragon Magazine's campaign of terror with a lot of ads.
New shit thrown against the walls.
There's a lot of ads for this, and
Spoiler.
It is called Dragon Strike, and I really like how this is back to what the Game Wizards used to be, which is
Actually talking about a game, yeah. So,
and this is from the beginning, like, oh, we're creating a game, we're going to be doing, this, and this. The suits up in the ivory tower said, no, you got to dial it back.
Did they mention ripping off Nightmare?
And well,
is that the name of that game?
Yeah,
I didn't look at the timeline to see what.
Nightmare is before this for sure.
But it turns out it starts skewing younger for younger audiences, which I think is probably the right.
For a VHS game, I think yes, it's probably the right angle.
It's a board game. You want to be inclusive. People playing D&D are already playing D&D. You're not luring anyone in. In fact, it's
anybody who plays D&D is probably not going to pick this up.
Right.
Their grandmother might pick it up for them because they saw D&D on it, but
I could never understand the VCR game or VHS video.
They're terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember playing Nightmare once and being like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever done.
We had a buddy who had it, and we played it a few times, and it was interesting. It must have been good enough that
I think we turned Nightmare into a drinking game.
Yeah, I think that's the only good thing about Nightmare was because the guy was funny. Like the Grim Reaper guy was kind of funny. I think that's the only reason that saved that. He'd make fun of you.
There were plenty of spin-offs and sequels.
There was.
So it had a. Yeah.
Oh, these games.
Doesn't know what we're talking about.
There definitely was kind of a market, because why else would you make it if people weren't buying it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what it was you had a VCR videotape that you'd be watching, as well as playing the board game, and you would be interacting as much with the video as you were the board game, and it
would be like, hit the play now, and you hit play, and then you'd be like, pause now.
Yeah, and he would say stop, and then you'd have to do whatever he said, and then
the VCR would eat the tape, and you have to pause while you unwound it.
Yeah.
So yes, the long and short of it is at the time that this was written, the game had been written, gone through like all the editing and all that stuff like that, and was just in production, and he was awaiting to see the final copy. Like, he was like, hey, I want to see the fruits of my labor. Mm-hmm. So I think everyone could understand that. I think that's pretty reasonable, that you put your time and energy and your hard work, and you have Jim Ward breathing down your neck.
Just looking up, I was wondering when DVDs came out. They came out 2 years later.
DVDs came out in 95?
Yep. Well, that's probably like Japan, right? But
I don't know if this
I guess
genre made it to DVD. Like,
I was curious. Yeah.
The bigger question is, did anyone ever purchase a Betamax game?
No. Yeah, did Dragon Strike come out in Betamax? Wow, if Lorraine Warren owned some stock in Betamax, it would have come out in Betamax.
they call it the
Buck Rogers.
Max or something like that. Yes. So yeah, this new game, Dragon Strike, and I never played it, but
Yeah, if you
I'll be
played
honest,
it,
I don't even remember seeing it.
I remember seeing it, just ads, I think. But if you did play it, please comment below. Is it as crappy as we assume?
I'm not assuming crap. I have no. All I know is that it's a full court press of advertising in this.
I forget where I saw someone showed there was a screen grab.
Yeah, it's a later
The
episode.
game is in a later magazine, but it was not a good looking thing.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Okay, so that was my second article. Rob,
I'm gonna go to page 450.
50.
Get ready, get set, and go! Mr. Sulu, Virtual Reality in a Marvel 1993 Gen Con Comic Fair by Tom McLaughlin. So they're really pushing this 93 as being a multimedia.
The way you read that, I thought you were saying Mr. Sulu was in a Marvel.
They're all shoving everything together because for some reason they want Gen Con to be everything to everybody, not just a gaming convention. They're trying to shove everything in. So yep, still promoting Sulu. And but the thing that's really interesting is this Marvel thing that just popped up because they'd never mentioned this before. This Marvel thing is Wizard Magazine is having a Marvel superhero based con within the convention, but within 3 years, Wizard Magazine buys Chicago Comic Con and turns it into Wizard World, which Wizard World lasted until COVID. So this is the very beginning of a Wizard World comic conventions. This is them testing the waters and being like, oh, can we do a comic convention? Let's put it inside Gen Con. So it's kind of interesting.
Wizard Magazine is such an interesting story. It was basically a blue book value for comic books, plus it was articles, plus if you wanted to read about what latest superhero casting that like dream casting that you would do for
it was the internet
Marvel
before the
property.
internet.
Yeah. It was,
and it was
like
glossy paper. The thing that really stood out, super glossy paper, looked really nice. Before there was comic book magazines, but they always looked like comic books. This looked like an actual magazine. It was like stood way out on the shelves. I collected Wizard for years, and yeah, it was really well done. And then they jumped the shark eventually, but it's it was like a Marvel Age for Marvel. Used to have that Marvel Age comic book. I love that too. It had all the articles, but it was only for Marvel. Wizard did it for everyone. And they'd have offers for like half issues and stuff. You send mail in and get like they had a lot of cool stuff that way too. It's I guess if you had like I destroyed all my issues obviously by reading them, but some of those issues are worth a lot of money now.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I never read Wizard, but
yeah, Wizard was good times. But
I do see here that they had the BattleTech MechWarrior pods in there.
Oh yeah, that was by then that was the standard. Yep. Hey, they Monopoly too, guys. Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Yeah, Sulu and Marvel together again. It's just,
you can't beat it. You can't make the con everything to everyone. Definitely, they are trying to expand the horizons, bringing more people. Yeah, it's
interesting. Yeah, it's weird that I guess they really wanted to expand bigger. That was their idea. But I think that was a mistake, and it obviously leads to the near collapse of Gen Con. So I think the truth will out.
It's kind of what it is now.
No, not like this. Mr. Sulu's not walking around Gen Con. All the celebrities who are into D&D are walking around Gen Con, but
we had Garrett Wong from Voyager. He played Mars Attacks with us.
Yeah, but he probably is a D&D fan. He's not.
No, he was there. He was a guest.
I know, but he probably is. It's not just some random Star Trek guy. I doubt. He probably had some association.
He was there. He was doing it for a panel. So.
Yeah, but it's probably a panel where he's like, "Yeah, I'm co-created this role-playing game or something."
No, he wasn't, because when he came to the Mantic booth and hung out and played Mars Attacks, he was just there to do the con. He wasn't there for promote anything.
Yeah, maybe he does enjoy role-playing games as well.
Well, to let you in a little secret, he went to the strip club with Kyle. Not Kyle Przezinski, but the other Kyle.
Well, it wasn't a strip club. That's called a sex house.
That was the year that the strip club had all the girls outside in Star Trek, the original series Star Trek uniforms.
Allegedly.
No,
All of
allegedly it happened.
Allegedly.
I allegedly went. I heard all this went on.
Yeah. He saw it with his own
Okay.
eyes. It's not allegedly.
Well, before we get sued by the estate of Garrett Wong, may he rest in peace. Let's move on to
Pat.
Pat.
All right, let's go to page strip club. Let's go to page 73.
Wow, this might as well be a strip club. What the hell?
Slave Hunters and Silk Sailors. These are character kits for Dark Sun. And I know my fascination for Dark Sun. These, because Dark Sun was such a weird campaign thing, not everything in AD&D worked in Dark Sun. So this is around the time when all those giant source books were coming out and or are out. So Mr. L. Richard Baker III compiled a list of kits that come in those source books that will work for Dark Sun.
Eventually, Dark Sun does get their own one.
Yeah, and then he adds a couple more kits for each of the classes. He gives you 2 new Dark Sun specific kits for Dark Sun. The War Kit gets the Slave Warrior, and there was a Raider. I like when I see the Slave Warrior, I think of when Conan was a pit fighter in the original Conan movie with Arnold.
Mm.
And when he lets them go, that's who I figured the Slave Warrior is.
Well, he says in the write-up, they're slaves that their job is to protect, so they work alongside mercenaries and stuff.
Yeah. And they were the best fed because they had to be strong and all that things. The magic part is a little weird for me because, like I said, I never played Dark Sun, but I did read a bit. And I forget the magic is very weird in Dark Sun, so these wizard kits didn't really make a lot of sense to me.
Hmm. Probably a lot harder to use them.
Yeah,
it's got the Brahm art throughout the article, which is
yes,
which is always a treat.
So I thought it was, if you like Dark Sun, this is a really good article for that because it gives you some more kits. The priest kits are more shaman-esque kind of class kits, and then the rogue kits are more like privateers in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course there's the Psionis kits, which we just are going to ignore
because they should never be used.
Well, I think Psionics is pretty big in Dark Sun.
If you're going to hamper a magic system, you can lean on psionics a little bit more.
Yeah,
yeah. I
mean, it makes more sense.
That's the balancing act, isn't it? So,
yeah. Okay.
But yeah, well, it wasn't very complicated. But I do dig the fact that people were trying to really get Dark Sun, because I don't think Dark Sun got a full get go. You know what I'm saying? Before TSR kind of went crazy.
Yeah, it definitely got cut short.
So,
yeah, I don't know what the sales numbers were.
Well,
if people
they started going crazy, they started just throwing shit on the wall, like Planeswalker or whatever the next one is, and Planescape. Yeah, they just started just being like, okay, this year was Dark Sun. Okay, you sold that. Next year, okay, it's this. It's like every year they had to have a new one. It was weird. So
yeah,
we'll see that as it gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
Well, as a segue, if we could just go to page 77, it's right here in this article. You see on the
Jedi.
Why are you going to ads?
Time is now. That ad.
The Sith Lord.
Why are you going to ads, Jack? We got articles to talk about.
I'm just saying these are peppered throughout the magazine, so just keep in mind this Luke Skywalker circa. I don't know, when was Return of the Jedi?
84.
No, it's later. Wasn't
it was 83, 84, because I was in the 8th grade when it came out.
Well, this guy's blowing up Jabba barges for sure. So just keep that guy in mind.
Or is it Luke, the evil clone from the books?
We're not doing expanded universe.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay. Now I'm going to be generous today and offer up if anyone has another article that they have to get out.
I have one more article.
Me too.
Page
Okay, well,
28.
That's not mine.
28. That's not the right one. You lied to me.
Man o' War. Good article, Rob. Let's go to Pat. What do you have?
Wait a second. That's weird. My thing is wrong. Let us have to go back to the actual table of contents. It is a...
82. Oh, I got dyslexia.
It's supposed to be 28, yeah. Why is it... The reviews are supposed to be on page 28. Why is it on page 28? That's weird.
The reviews are always in the back.
Yeah, they usually are.
33.
I bet you it's an 82.
No, that's wrong, yeah. The table of contents is wrong. It says 26. It's actually on 34.
Well, there you go, Jack. There's your typo.
Screw
the typo
you,
of the day,
editorials. Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, because they review BattleTech 3rd Edition in this. I'll give it 5 stars, obviously, because it's a good game. New box set. He said that the biggest knock of BattleTech is usually it's hard to get into, where this one's new player friendly, where it's just by presenting fundamentals and you get to get into it. A lot of easy missions to learn how to play. And he loves the lower expandability, obviously, because it's BattleTech. It's short and sweet, Jack. Is that all right? Once I found it, it was short and sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was the journey, not the destination, Rob.
I was like, what the hell? I can't have written this wrong. Nope, it's the goddamn freaking table of contents was wrong.
Steers you wrong every time.
It was like confusing me. I was like, what is it? Where am I? Who am I? I was lost. I was at sea.
It was more of a table of discontent.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Pat, is yours on the right page?
Yes, page 95.
95.
We're the bond of magic. Bonded weapons. Basically, a bonded weapon is a material or an essence or a element that is forged into weapons. You say, well, that sounds cool. Well, no. Apparently, only these things can be forged by God. So I'm thinking, well, why do we need these weapons then? Was God made weapons made from prime elements? So he goes on. It describes the thing. And, well, they're not overtly powerful. They are like specific. So, like, if you had, say, like a fire axe made from an fire elemental, then it only does fire damage. It doesn't give you any pluses to hit. It doesn't give you any pluses to damage. It just does fire damage and all these other things. So I was thinking, well, I feel like if you were making a God-forged weapon, it would be a little bit more than that. So then now I was overwhelmed. And I was underwhelmed. So I was like, I don't know. Are these things?
It's like a semi magic weapon where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's slightly magical.
Yeah, I mean, but I think it even says though it doesn't allow you to hit creatures that need magic weapons to be struck.
Like, what could you if it was?
It doesn't even give you that bonus.
So it's not magical.
No.
But it's bonded with magic.
Yeah, it's a very convoluted article. And then as I was reading, I go, are these weapons even really necessary then at this point?
No.
My main problem with it is that it is basically a parallel track with what already exists in the game. Like, you already have magic weapons. There's already rules, and then you've created something else beside that.
Yes.
And it's like, well, like the ideas in there about like a silence weapon and stuff like that. I was like,
they're not any easier to get than magic weapons. So I mean, it's not like they're beneficial for lower level characters. Because again, God forged. I mean, they're God forged weapons.
If I were Roger E. Moore, I would have said, great article, Mr. Detweiler, but you know what we want to do is, can we just tuck these in? We need a chart that you roll on to add these properties to magic weapons in the existing way the magic weapons work. That would have been my call. But
or is this for a game that's not AD&D where weapons aren't super magical? So this would be like it does fire damage. Ooh.
Yeah. Like this salt weapon, for instance. This is the one that made me laugh the most. The assault weapon, whenever it hits a foe, throws off a shower of salt that blinds the target for 4 rounds. That's all the weapon does. So when I hit you, poof, salt. It's the who's that wrestler that always spit the Great Muda in your eyes? Oh, so I don't know.
The slug people would be terrified of that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Does do extra damage against.
It does double damage against creatures, sea creatures.
Jesus.
So Aquaman is really screwed with it.
What about saltwater creatures? It shouldn't do any damage to saltwater creatures.
That's what I said.
Well, if you made an enemy out of
this whole thing is just weird.
Don't make an enemy out of an enemy.
There was a potential when you start off with this article, like, oh, these sound kind of cool. And then as you delve deeper, you just become, no, that's just sad.
Like Jack said, if it was add-ons to existing magic items, that'd be like, oh, that's a little sprinkle of something weird that's on your magic item.
Yes,
that'd be fun.
Would probably have been better.
You get you finally got your vorpal sword, and all of a sudden you hit people and it shoots salt at them.
Yeah, unfortunately, this was a swing and a miss.
Rob's tracking with me. Rob's tracking with me. You roll 2d16, and then you get yourself a weapon that shoots salt.
Yeah,
you never know.
Oh, my eyes! But you'll have flavorful steak when you're at the campfire.
Yeah. Every time you cut a steak, you use your
sword. I'm going to salt my steak every time with my bonded weapon.
Boom.
Okay. Well, then, we are terrifyingly close to my ad. So if we just want to start with ads and scroll down a couple pages onto 99 of the PDF.
There he is again.
There he is.
Hey,
I am Jodor.
He looks much better here.
And
I didn't notice these ads at all, so I don't know, Jack. You had an eagle eye. I didn't notice this at all.
Did you not? I noticed them too because I kept thinking, why is this a Star Wars knockoff showing up?
The best one is later on after this full, because all the other ones say, "Hey, there's a full page ad. I'm coming," and it has to do with the text of the game. But there's one at the end that says, "Hey, I'm back." It's in the. I had a sensible chuckle when I saw the thing on the side and was like, where I saw the ad, it's him going, I'm back. Anyways, this is a game called Metascape, and for $30 you can get the manual for this.
Is this a play by mail?
No.
No, it's a role-playing system. It's an actual role-playing system.
Yeah. They're just only available through mail order?
Yeah, the Game Lords, and I even heard this group.
So there's this guy's comes from a world where there's something called the Source, a power called the Source, and
the Force. I mean, no, the Source.
There's something called the Scrape.
Source.
That's happening. So he has to save the universe.
Is he leading a rebellion?
No, he's traveling through different worlds at different times, and I think it's because this is a Rifts type situation where I think, again, I've never seen the game, never played the game, but it's got a new innovative role-playing system, including unique mechanics. Any outcome from a single roll. Okay. Not revolutionary, but fast, flexible design for easy play. Great. The new 16-sided die, never seen in any other system. Okay.
Jack appreciates people using dice that nobody uses.
It's whatever gets that hook set in you. Okay. So this here has aliens, starships, vehicles, adventures, all in all. You can order today, $30, and if you order in June, your shipping's free.
And it's limited to 1,000 copies.
From the Game Lords in Meeker, Colorado.
Meeker.
Well, that game is hard to find.
There's only 1,000 made.
Well, I'm at online for any kind of information because I pulled it up and it brought up a bunch of Chinese names in Stanford.
What page is the funny one on, Jack?
I have no idea. While I look, Pat, why don't you vamp? Talk about the guy who played Tuvok, how he was at a bordello or something.
Tuvok. He would never go to a bordello.
Oh, there it is. I found it. It's on page 111. I'm back. Look for me elsewhere in this issue. They're like, why would they spend so much money on ads?
Yep. There he is. I'm back.
So I saw the other two. I didn't see this one.
Like, that's a lot of money on ads just to for this.
Well, yeah, you had a quarter, a full, and a I forget what they call these.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Pockets.
There was at least 5 of those other longer ones.
Mm-hmm. Weird.
I need your help or something else like that. Yeah. So
I will also then, since we're here, just go down one page, and now we are fighting obesity as well as Time Lords.
Nice. Denial.
It is important to fight obesity.
Yes.
There you go.
So,
and I'm going to say right now that the picture of that guy there with his little belly over the belt, I'm sure if you went to a fair in the Midwest, that guy they would call slim. He'd stand out for being a little too svelte.
At the Iowa State Farm is what you're trying to say?
Yes. Okay, Rob, what's your ad?
We're going to go page 2 because this ad pisses me the fuck off.
That was one of mine.
We're keeping it light here.
Oh, it's a video game. Yeah, it's a video game. Turning the world upside down. I fucking hate upside down ads.
Me too.
Especially for your introduction to your game. What the hell?
I hate VCR games.
Why would you put your logo and everything upside down? Do you want people not to buy this game?
When I saw this ad, it harkened back to, I don't know who did it, but there was for about 6 months there was these ads in Dragon magazine at the beginning.
Purposefully upside down. Yeah.
I was always pretend that I didn't understand what they were doing and stuff like that.
Yeah, who was doing that? Who was doing that?
It was just some shitty British company or something.
And it was fun at the time. It was lighthearted and quaint for this small company to be doing this thing where the ad's upside down. This is your flagship periodical. This is going to get the most readers. This is going to be like, and I would not have gone this direction.
Yeah,
if I was the ad exec.
For like the first time you're introducing it too. This is the first ad I think we've seen for Dragon Strike.
Bold move, Cotton.
Why would you put the ad upside down? At least put the logo the right side if you want to do some funny shenanigans.
Well, you put the game upside down, yet you put the Dragon Fist and the VCR in the right direction.
You put the logo the right way around. That's all. Yeah, that's my anger.
Okay, and it was properly invented.
Yeah,
and I think we're all better for it.
Obviously. Okay,
Pat.
Let's go to page 25, since Rob took one of my article ads.
This is my other article ad.
Oh, how's it feel, buddy?
Yeah, I have something to say about this, too.
Roadkill. I've never played it because I like Car Wars. It's an Avalon Hill game, so I don't even know what it's like.
I said Avalon Hill ripping off Car Wars? Question mark?
Yeah.
And this ad
Car
looks
Wars
like...
has been out. I think Car Wars is already on its third iteration.
Yeah, at least. Car Wars has been out since the 80s. This looks like the ads from the 80s. It's like Avalon Hill had this game in their pocket, and they just finally decided to put it out. Because look at this ad. This does not look like a 90s ad.
No,
Avalon Hill is your grandpa's board game company.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see what it's like. But why play it when you have Car Wars?
The statute of limitations from the court case with Steve Jackson is up, and now they can release.
Finally, can release it. Yeah, that's funny.
No, I don't know. Like it's between Mad Max is like iconic, and this looks like it's leaning.
It definitely is post-apocalyptic. It looks like
more than say like.
Yeah, this definitely looks more like Mad Max
future. Yeah. More Mad Max, less Death Race 2000. Like but that's based only on obviously this ad. So I could see where there's a little wiggle room to say, well, they're different. This is this over here, not that over there.
Although the description does say that it's a cross-country demolition race. History has come full circle. Barbaric spectacle of gladiatorial combats and chariot races of the past. So it sounds a lot like Death Race 2000. So,
yeah, it does.
It's Death Race 2000 with the aesthetic of Mad Max.
It's definitely, this guy definitely has to be mutant because look how tiny his forearm is.
I'm trying to figure out where his thumb is on his one hand.
He's
ripping through. I think that's what he's holding
he's staring
it.
into the magazine from outside.
And he's got an emaciated forearm on this side, on his right arm, and his left arm is way deformed. I don't know what's going on with that thing.
Yeah, it's weird foreshortening because the fist should be bigger if it's foreshortened.
Like, where the hell's his elbow? His elbow is missing.
He looks very odd.
Yeah.
And that's not even talking about the size of his head compared to his body.
I do like his multicolored mohawk. It's very gauche.
He's very road warrior hawk.
Very
animal.
What a rush!
Oh yeah. The Road Warriors. Yeah.
Animal had the shaved down the middle.
Yeah.
Animal had the mohawk.
Yeah, Hawk was shaved down the middle. He's the old one because he was bald. Jack, you have any more?
No, I'm done.
Pat, do you have any
Me
more?
too.
Oh yeah, I got one more. Page 19.
No, 19.
Come on, people! I can't believe you didn't want it. The Amazing Engine's out finally. We have to talk about this innovative game.
That's why I didn't cover that other review, because it's the Amazing Engine. I didn't even know anything about the Amazing Engine.
Well, there's another one coming up. I'm going to cover the Amazing Engine, but this one is just talking about the innovative generic role-playing system that's never been thought of before.
We had questions why they were releasing a new game system, if it was attached to the amazing, the property that is amazing, which it does say that it is, inspired by amazing stories. And it's they're releasing two games
settings. It's all gives in games.
Yes, for this game. Again, no, it did not spark any memories. It didn't. I know just as much as I did when we were wondering before.
Yeah.
This is a little preview, because in the future we're going to discuss this more. I promise you.
Oh, are we?
I hope so, because I still don't know anything about it.
Okay, save it up. That's it. I'm done.
Okay, well then, this we ran a little long, but I think this was a good.
It was an anniversary issue.
We've had some stinkers in the past where we couldn't find anything to talk about, and this one we had plenty. So excellent. I want to thank my co-hosts. Do you guys have anything you want to plug?
I'd like to plug this show. Like, share, subscribe, comment below.
Thank you. I guess we'll plug Mobile Arm Radio.
Never heard of it.
Podcast.
Who?
Family Gamer 777. We're plugging all the affiliated.
No idea any of those people.
This is coming from top. I'm just reading what's being told in my ear.
Yeah. Is their checks cleared? I don't think any of those people's checks.
Yes, apparently the money has crossed people's palms, sufficiently greased. So yeah, go ahead.
We fulfilled our obligations. We said their names.
Oh, okay.
They're done.
Well, with that, I want to thank you all for joining us. Come on back next week when we do this all over again.
One more time.
Maybe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sabye.
Sabulba.
Sabala.
Sepultura.